Hello everyone, welcome back in Regal Biology with Khadija. Today we are going to discuss the difference between DNA and RNA. Both are nucleic acids made up of nucleotides and both are very essential for life. But if they are so similar, then why do we have DNA and RNA separately? In this video, we will understand the major difference between DNA and RNA in a simple way. So let's start. First, let's understand what DNA and RNA actually are. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. RNA stands for ribonucleic acid. Now both are polymers made up of smaller units called nucleotide. Each nucleotide contains three components: a sugar, a phosphate group, and a nitrogenous base. But there are important differences between these two nucleic acid. Let's start with sugar. DNA contains deoxyribose sugar. RNA contains ribose sugar. Here the difference is in the 2' carbon of sugar. Here you can see ribose has OH group while deoxyribose has a hydrogen at this position. And that's exactly where the word deoxy, D means removal, oxy means oxygen, comes from. DNA has one less oxygen at its position as compared to RNA. So remember this: DNA deoxyribose, RNA ribose. The next difference is in their nitrogenous bases. Both DNA and RNA contains 4 nitrogenous bases. DNA contains adenine, thymine, guanine and cytosine, while RNA contains adenine, uracil, guanine and cytosine. Notice the importance difference. DNA has thymine and RNA has uracil instead of thymine. So DNA contain nitrogenous bases ATGC and RNA contains AUGC. This is the difference. The next difference is the structure. Now look at the structure. DNA is generally double-stranded. The two strands are complementary and form a double helix. RNA is generally a single-stranded. RNA is not simply a straight line because it is single-stranded and it can fold back on itself and form a complex structure. So usually DNA is double-stranded and RNA is single-stranded. The next difference in them is the location where the DNA and RNA are found. In a eukaryotic cell, DNA is mainly found in nucleus. DNA is also present in mitochondria, in plant cells like in chloroplast. RNA can be found in nucleus as well as in cytoplasm. For example, as you know, messenger RNA can leave the nucleus and move into the cytoplasm where it can participate in protein synthesis, in expression. So, RNA may also be present in cytoplasm and nucleus, but DNA is mainly found in nucleus. Now here comes the very important difference in their functions. DNA's major role is in stored genetic information, while RNA has several different functions. Like RNA has 3 types: messenger RNA, transfer RNA and ribosomal RNA, and these 3 types have their own function. For example, messenger RNA carries genetic information from DNA to ribosomes. Transfer RNA transfers helps in bringing amino acids during protein synthesis, and ribosomal RNA are very important component of ribosomes and participate in protein synthesis. So in simple words, you can say DNA stores genetic information while RNA helps the information to be expressed. The next major difference is in their stability. DNA is usually more chemically stable as compared to RNA, and this is very important because DNA needs to be preserve genetic information for a long period of time, while RNA is generally less stable and can be degraded more easily. This property is very useful because many RNA molecules have relatively temporarily roles in the cell. That's why they will be degraded and less stable. The next difference is in their lengths. DNA molecule is generally extremely very long. For example, DNA in a chromosome, it contains millions or billions of nucleotide pairs, so it is very long. While RNA molecule is generally shorter, although their size varies greatly from one to another RNA and depending upon its function, but as compared to DNA, its size is less or shorter. And now let me give you the memory trick, or you can say mnemonics, for to remember the functions of DNA and RNA, or what is the difference between DNA and RNA. The difference for DNA, DT double, D for deoxyribose, T for thymine, and double stranded. This is the major difference. And RNA, ribose, sugar, RU usually single. RU usually single, R for ribose, U for uracil, usually single stranded it is. So this is the memory trick. Now you have learned the difference between DNA and RNA. If this video helped you to revise DNA and RNA, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Regal Biology with Khadija for more simple biology explanations and quick revisions. See you in the next video.